This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're watching the replay, I will get this underway. A little bit of a tester stream this evening. Finland versus the United States 2021 World Juniors pre-competition action. Of course, if you follow the channel, I have kind of set up a poll already and asked about the World Juniors and kind of what the situation is. If you guys want to watch live streams, reactions, whatever. The main goal of these is essentially to cover Team Canada and Team Sweden, of which the Edmonton Oilers have Philip Broberg on Sweden and Dylan Holloway on, yes, Team Canada. So why are we doing it? Well, you know what? There's a lag in the hockey season. We're not getting quite ready for the NHL until the new year. So, you know what? In the meantime, we got something going on, the World Juniors. So why not cover things right now and get things going with the World Juniors and have a little bit of fun along the way. I think it would be a little bit of something to break up the dull winter. You know, I was talking last week about how the situation in Alberta is not so pretty and it's really not going to be a fun Christmas time. Well, hey, you know what? We can have fun at Christmas time. I had a very good conversation with one of my buddies up in Cold Lake. I was down in the dumps the other night and I was like, you know what? I need news. I need Oilers news. I'm tired of sitting here waiting for stuff to happen. It's terrible. It's absolutely awful to just be at the mercy of the NHL making up their decision and arguing about money. The next day, the NHL made up their decision and decided to play hockey. That said, he convinced me, you know what, you have to take a chance. You have to diversify a little bit. You have to go out there and grow yourself a little bit more than maybe you're willing to do with just the Oilers, and that comes in the form of covering the World Juniors and getting things going, and that will happen tonight at 7:30 as Finland versus the United States tees off pre-competition action from Rogers Place in Edmonton. So it's not like there's not enough ties here to stretch it far enough to cover the World Juniors as an Edmonton Oilers channel and as an Edmonton Oilers fan. I will remind you, and you may see him tonight or in the live stream at some point, there is a subscriber on Dolynny TV who is from the first round of World Juniors live streams on Dolynny TV way back in, I believe, 2017. And if I'm not mistaken, that was a Finland live stream I did, a semifinal or a quarterfinal, Finland versus Canada. So let's have a little bit of fun tonight. Enjoy. I'm glad to be bringing you some live content once again. You know what? This is perhaps not even an important thing for the World Juniors. This is an important thing to A, test the internet, see how it holds up here in the new place, and B, test out if I've still got the lung capacity to run a live show for an entire hockey game. Tonight, though, I promise you, we are most likely not going the distance as well. I got to go to work tomorrow, and let me tell you, I've said it all the past 2 weeks here on the channel, is I'm going to have to earn Christmas at work. And let me tell you, Christmas Eve, I'm supposed to be done work at noon. Looks like I'll be working till 4:30. So talk about earning Christmas right there, bing, bang, boom. So, my friends, if you're new to the channel, what I want you to do is hit that like button. That gets more people in here. As there's more people in the stream itself, more people liking the stream. This is... yeah, let's go. Get everybody involved, and then all of a sudden, we're having a raucous party here with Finland, the United States, Canada, Sweden, everybody who wants to watch and react to some World Juniors competition tonight. Hopefully you've got TSN or the TSN app or TSN Direct on your TV, screen, phone, whatever you got in front of you. Hopefully it's on there as you get back to watching some live hockey, especially live hockey from Edmonton. What's it been since the first week of October that we have, of course, last seen live hockey on our television sets? So, all right, that said, the likes in there. Don't forget, I've got this whole nice little border here. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter at's right there at Dolynny TV. And secondarily to that, you can subscribe to the channel at any time you want if you want to A, follow along with the World Juniors, and B, stay up to date with the Edmonton Oilers once the NHL season starts underway. This is just a little bit of a special to get us through the Christmas season. And with that, we'll turn over to the chat. Ron, and welcome in. Mystery Sniper, welcome in. And Nick, welcome in. I'm doing all right tonight. I guess I haven't addressed that. I am excited. I am doing it quite all right. And honestly, you know, I don't do a stream if I'm not having a good day. And you know what? Getting home, seeing the Christmas star thing, Jupiter, Saturn, the convergence, whatever you're calling it, seeing that on the way home this afternoon while I was on the phone, and suddenly I just shut up and looked at the southwest sky for the rest of my ride home. That was special. That was awesome. That felt really just grateful to see that, especially after a terrible winter storm down here in southern Alberta last night. So that was great. And I'm just grateful to have seen something that honestly we might not see again in our lifetime. More than likely won't see again in our lifetime. All right, Brad, glad to have you along. Always a good time to have Brad in the live stream. Mystery Sniper, let's go. Well, we're going to get underway here at 9:30, so there's a little Cole's Notes to get going. Sam, this on the 13th, oh boy, whether it be the Canucks or the Flames, when we go live on the 13th, that's going to be a special live stream. I thought last season's season opener was special. This one's going to be all that much more special, and the fact that we get to open it up again potentially against the Canucks, heck yeah, let's go. And top of the season, tough cuff to you and everyone. Hey, top of the season, hopefully everybody's got a plan to make it special this year. And, well, Mystery Sniper, it is life's greatest mystery. That's the way it goes. And what's my thoughts, Vlog City, on Atu Ratti not making Team Finland? That guy is falling out of that #1 ranking faster than I've seen a guy fall out of draft rankings in the month of December in probably my lifetime, honestly, of watching hockey since 05-06. I can't remember a guy, Atu Ratti, who this time last year was projected #1 almost without a question. Now you've got Owen Power, is it, who's just taken the draft by storm all of a sudden and could be very well the #1 pick at whatever time in, July when they get the draft underway. And, yeah. Tin, you're pretty sure they are doing in hub cities. However they do it. However they do the NHL season, my friends, we'll be there for it. That's all that matters to me. I don't care how they do it. Let's just get it underway and get it going. Sam, you think the games will be every other day. That's what makes sense, and I'm sure we will have some kind of clarity on that tomorrow, as I believe Pierre LeBrun was tweeting about it today, saying the NHL schedule will drop sometime tomorrow. So let's go. See if I can't get something here, as they've got that. Update to NHL rule. Okay, next on Inside Sports. And, well, you know what, Connor Sheary, we're number 73 for the Washington Capitals. And there we go, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Mountain, 6:30 Pacific. Yes, sirree. It's going to be good. All right. Is everybody ready for this? This is going to be good. So maybe I should tune in and see what kind of situation. Oh, they've got World Juniors preview on the screen right now, and all of a sudden they're just going back to covering all sports stuff here and showing off what TSN does. But let me tell you, it's going to take a little bit to get back used to this. It's been a long time since I last did a live stream of a game, all the way back to Game 3 between the Chicago Blackhawks and Edmonton Oilers. I was going to live stream Game 4. Problem is I didn't get off work for the first period, and then the mechanic called and said, hey, I can get you in today. Let's fix your vehicle. And on the Friday on a weekend in the summer, heck yeah, I got to get my vehicle fixed. I had to go golfing on the weekend. Heck yeah. Back when we could actually go golfing and stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, it's going to be a good evening here on Dolynny TV. It's about 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the Brooklyn Nets game. It's the Brooklyn Nets versus the Golden State Warriors 2020 opening night in the NBA. And how about this? How wild is this? The night Dolynny TV returns to live streaming some hockey in December is the night the NBA opens. Just so happens, that it was the last time the NBA played, was the last time we live streamed regular in hockey season. So it is just kind of some kind of weird coincidence going on here. But the NHL season, let me see if I can get some details for you here. I've seen the important dates to know sheet enough times over, but the USA lineup, as tweeted out by Corey Pronman this evening: Trevor Zegras, Alex Turcotte, Alex Kaliev, I believe it's Alex Kaliev, I hope so, Brisson, Boldy, Caulfield on the second line, Brink, Beniers, Colangelo, not Cogliano, Colangelo, Slaggert, Farinacci, and Moynihan on the fourth line. Berard, is the 13th forward for Team USA this evening. There we go. See, I'm getting back to it. Don't you worry. York Thurn, Sanderson Lacombe, Johnson Faber, Clevin Hellenson, and Skinner are your 7 defensemen. And it looks like, is it Spencer Knight? I believe it is Spencer Knight, or is it Shane? I don't know. We'll find out when this game gets going. I'm just excited to sit here, watch some hockey, and enjoy it with you this evening. And absolutely, Robin, hey, appreciate, you know what? This is one thing. This is an important reminder, and I like to remind myself of this as often as possible, is way back in, I believe, 2015, I made a very good decision on Dolynny TV. Kind of one of those you can go 2 ways on YouTube, and I decided to go, you know what, this is an all ages show, this is an all family friendly thing. Let's make sure we keep it as civil and as down to earth and as open to everybody as possible. And Robin, thank you for that reminder of that is why I do it, is you have no clue who clicks on your videos in a day, whether YouTube tells you the age or not, which they have analytics, but my analytics show nobody under the age of 18 watches Dolynny TV. However, right there, that is proof that, you know what, it's an all ages show here on Dolynny TV. So chat, if you need a reminder this evening, please do keep things tame, calm, and as clean as possible, because you have no clue who's reading your comments. And if you're about to comment something you wouldn't want your kids or your niece or nephew reading, don't write it. All right, fair enough. Let's go. Game on. As we're about 9 minutes away from puck drop between Team Finland and Team USA in USA World Juniors pre-game pre-tournament games, pre-competition games from the bubble in Edmonton. My goodness. It's a 125-99 final for the Brooklyn Nets over top of the Golden State Warriors, and it looks like Steve Nash has just won his first NBA game. Is that not just something special there for a legendary Canadian, and who may very well become a legendary coach in the NBA one day? So let's keep trying to find those details I was talking about. You know, those details on the NHL season before this World Juniors pregame kicks off. We don't want to get going too crazy with junior stuff until we have to, and I'm still not seeing anything there. That is the Austria-Switzerland lines. That's Ken Holland talking stuff. Here we go. NHL critical dates calendar. Season begins January 13th. Trade deadline is at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, April 12th. So mark your calendars. That's a day I will be off. Last day of the regular season is May 8th. The May 11th, the Stanley Cup playoffs begin. July 9th is the last possible day of Stanley Cup Finals, subject to adjustment, right? 5-6 days or something, give yourself. July 17th is the deadline for protection list for the expansion draft. Oh yeah, that's happening this year. July 21st, expansion draft for the Kraken. July 23rd, first round of the NHL draft. The 24th is this rounds 2 through 7, and then you have restricted, unrestricted free agent signing period begins at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, July 28th. And here we go. We are getting underway for things. It's going to be good. So there you go. That's just a little bit of an overview, as I cannot wait for what's going to be a crazy NHL season. But first off, we have to see what's going to be a crazy evening here to get back to regularly scheduled programming, live streaming in the middle of December. In fact, I don't even remember live streaming last December. I don't think I did it because I was on protest because everybody was way too negative about the Oilers and I didn't want to be involved with giving everybody an open platform, if I remember that correct. I was a little bit off the rocker in December last year. I'm always off the rocker in December, it seems, and that's me. That's just me being me, but we'll get to it. Let me see if I can pop out the chat here, and we're just going to go through some commercials on TSN. It feels weird to be watching TSN. Let me tell you that much. I have not watched TSN at home in a long, long while, but thanks to my good buddy X Snipes Edmonton Oilers discussion. See, this is why you get to know your friends and neighbors on YouTube, is he hooked me up with his TSN package to be able to live stream some World Juniors content tonight, and that is very grateful while he's out making some money doing some deliveries. Right on. So let me actually text him and tell him I am live covering the World Juniors. All right, let's go. Let's see. All right. And go USA. Michelle, you're going with Team USA this evening. That is interesting. All right, we're going to see what happens here. And World Juniors coverage, there you go, my good buddy from Cold Lake. I told you there's a story there to be had. That's why I rambled about it in the beginning. Cold Lake Kid, the moderator here in the stream, that's who told me I had to get my butt in gear and cover some World Juniors stuff. So that's what we're doing this evening, covering World Juniors stuff and getting to it. You know, you never know when you need a kick in the butt, but the other night I desperately needed a kick in the butt, and I got it, and I very much so appreciate that. So let's get to your comment vlog. Where in the lineup do you think Yes Pugliarvi plays? Third line to start right there with Turris and Ennis. Makes absolute sense and makes perfect sense for us to work things out to start. Executive Sonda, this live stream was in my recommendations. Greetings from Finland. Greetings from Canada this evening. I know, the neutral site, right? The host country live streaming. I don't know why. I'm just sitting here getting ready to test out a live stream, see how it works for the first time covering a game at this new place. You might remember the last time we live streamed, we were in a different spot at a buddy's house. And then, of course, all throughout the season, we were at home and a different house. Things have changed rapidly here in 2020. But you know what? Excited to see what happens here in the next little bit. So, Canada fan, but go Finland. You know what? I'm hoping Finland too. I'm excited to see what they bring because I think they've got a couple hot draft picks this year. So it's going to be interesting. I know Atu Radi, we've already talked about him. He's not involved, but at the end of the day, it'll still be interesting to see if anyone from Finland ends up sneaking into the first round or what that situation is. I guess we'll hear all about that in tonight's pre-broadcast game and stuff. Von Hook, good evening, sir, and welcome in. As we are just gearing up, TSN's just doing their TSN thing, giving us some programming in between times, and then right away we'll be good to go. As it seems, I think the chat's going to be pretty dominant. Let's go Finland. That's a pretty bold assumption on my part, but I think it's also a pretty obvious assumption at this point until the American friends down south take over, and that's fine. We'll enjoy it. And Von Hook, you can't wait for January 13th. You and me both. It's going to be one heck of a day to have hockey back and get things going in terms of the NHL. It's been a long time without it, and I can't wait to see things getting going. Von Hook, you're going for the USA. All right, see, we're going to go splitting this here. And we got Teemu Selanne on my TV set. Okay, sure. I don't know why I got Teemu Selanne on my TV set, but a young Teemu, always a good time to watch. And my goodness, does this not feel weird or what? To be back live streaming and going at it once again. It's been a long time coming and it feels very good. We're 3 minutes away from things getting going. USA gives Cam York the C for tonight, so that's what you need to know. Cam York will be wearing the captain C for Team USA this evening. You used to think Sweden was our biggest rival, but ever since USA got a dirty win in the Women's Championship 2019, US replaced Sweden as the main rival. So there you go. How about that? Finland taking it to the USA. So we may have a little bit of something going here, a little national pride on the line, even though it's just a pre-competition game. There's going to be something to tonight's game for those watching in Finland. And that's the interesting part here. You got to remember, this is not just for us here in Canada watching the tournament or us in the US or in Sweden or wherever. This is national pride on the line, and this is something we're not a part of as Canadians. And this is going to be a fascinating, absolute interesting thing to watch here play out on Dolynny TV. And I think exactly like I said, it's the perfect tester for what I'm looking for. So if you're just joining the live stream this evening and you want to see this live stream pop off a little bit and enjoy things more for everybody else, get more people in here and get everybody covered for tonight's game, definitely hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, I will be covering the World Juniors quite a bit this year. It'll be Team Canada and Team Sweden, my primary focus. So if you want to tag along for that, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned as well. This is an Edmonton Oilers channel all the time. We're making an exception for the World Juniors. But you know what? This Oilers every day, all day. And you know what? We'll talk lots of that come January 3rd when training camps open? I think so. And Mr. Farrakhan, you're saying the Finns will not go down easily. They're big, strong, and have a lot of skills. If the Yanks think this is an easy win, they might as well be surprised. Keep up good work. Well, just a pre-competition game. Just pre-competition. So this doesn't count for any chips or anything in the tournament. This is just pre-competition at this point. So we'll just kind of see what each team features, and then it'll be really interesting to see how that sets up the actual tournament come December 25th. Isn't that going to be interesting? Christmas Day hockey in the World Juniors. We don't get going till Boxing Day when Canada and Sweden both get into tournament action, but that's okay. We'll manage, we'll survive, and we'll get going, and we'll be fine and dandy and better for it, more than likely to have waited out a day and seen the craziness unfold here in the first couple of runs of the World Juniors games. Von Hook, my thoughts on the Canadian division. I'm very much so looking forward to the Canadian division. It's going to mean rivalries every game. Everything is on the line, right? End of the day, it's national pride in the NHL, and secondary to that, it's going to be a good time because we get to play our rivals every single night, whether it be the Leafs, the Flames, the Canucks. You want to count the Jets? Absolutely. There's history there. You want to count the Habs? Sure. The Ottawa Senators is really the only odd team out. And I mean, they could make things interesting for the Oilers. They beat them a couple times. And Michelle, you're a Dallas Stars fan. However, we'll watch the Avs and Canada all season. Okay. There you go. Canada's going to be a hot ticket in the NHL this year. I'm going to tell you that much. That's one I don't have to put too much analysis onto. So let's get going with it. They've got the Team USA players on the screen. Now Canada, they've got McDavid's World Junior stuff. They've got Jordan Eberle. Oh, this is some fancy graphics to open up the World Juniors. That nice new logo for the IIHF 2021 World Juniors in Edmonton. My friends, it is on TV. It's good to go. TSN 1 has your coverage tonight for this World Juniors action. It's nice to see a picture of Edmonton. Not as much snow as down here in Calgary this evening, but we'll manage as it looks like Craig Button is on the desk. In fact, I just had a memory pop up this past week of me interviewing Craig Button way back in 2016 for the World Junior A Championship, where I first laid eyes on Cale Makar, who would eventually become the number 4 overall draft pick in the 2017 NHL entry draft for the Colorado Avalanche. Interesting little story there. I have also interviewed on multiple occasions during that tournament Cale Makar, so just going to claim to fame a little bit to start. But right now, Cole Caulfield warming up, throwing some pucks on net. Of course, teammates with Dylan Holloway of the Wisconsin Badgers. And Mr. Farrakhan, to answer your question, that is exactly who I am looking at. It is Dylan Holloway and Captain Sweden, Mr. Philip Broberg. That is my 2 players to watch in the World Juniors, but it'll be interesting tonight to see what happens here between Finland and the USA as Cole Caulfield. I mean, if you're an Oilers fan and you're watching Team USA, I think that's the only player you really care to watch, is how much Caulfield does or doesn't do for Team USA in this tournament, because we want to go out and yell that we got the better player. Instead of drafting Caulfield, we drafted Broberg, or however that all works. It's almost a year old. And Von Hook, Flames versus Oilers in the playoffs. Well, potentially there's 2 cracks at it, whether it be round 1 or round 2. Both teams have to finish top 4, and they just have to meet somewhere along the way in the first 2 rounds, as it looks like Anton Lundell will be in the lineup for Team Finland this evening. He is, of course, 2020 draft pick. Craig Button looking sharp as ever on the desk, getting that mic going, and, of course, giving his prospect analysis for Team Finland. Okay, if I'd shut up, I could actually listen to them, but why would I do that? That doesn't make sense. That's not what this live stream's about. This live stream's about bringing you as much information about the live television feed as possible and giving you some insight into what I'm thinking on the game as it unfolds. Take a breath, relax, calm down. It's going to be a good evening to get this hockey thing that we like to do back underway, and there we go. Question answered. It is Spencer Knight in net for Team USA. I was sitting here, I'm like, what's going on? He's 4-0, 1.5 goals against average, and a 955 save percentage in 2021 with Boston College. Kari Piiranen, I hope it's Piiranen. That's how I'm going to pronounce it tonight, is in net for Team Finland. And okay, this is what I have to say. Gaming Goat, Happy Hockey is back? Absolutely. What I have to say right now, and I will make this very clear, I am terrible with European names. Please, at any point, if somebody can give me a phonetic spelling of how it sounds, or a sound spelling, however you call it, if you could give me that, that would make my life so much easier. I'll try to remember it. If you need to remind me, and it is good to go. So here we go. What is going on, X Snipes? My man, hooking me up with TSN this evening while he's out working his butt off, busting it up for a couple of bucks. Well, my friend, you hear that music? We're about to watch some World Juniors hockey. Perhonen. And Kari Perhonen is not an Oilers prospect. Unfortunately, Olivier Rodrigue is an Oilers prospect. Set up some Oilers meets in Calgary to watch games at the pub. Huge Oilers community here. Absolutely, Harris. There is a huge community in Calgary. I know quite a few of my buddies in Airdrie and the communities north there, Crossfield and Carstairs, play in the Crossfield mixed slow pitch league. And I know a lot of people that really enjoy the Oilers. I've actually gone with a couple of them to Oilers games over the past couple of years, so that's been fun. But yeah, I have to find some time. I just don't know if I'd do it in Calgary or Airdrie, but end of the day, you need to find a good bar that's going to get us a nice little discount on our meal for having 10, 15, 20 of us all watching the game at once, right? Absolutely. Nothing like going to BP's, though, during the playoffs. I will admit that. Me and X Snipes, we've maybe torn up BP's a couple too many times in the 2017 playoffs. Might be the reason I don't remember it, unfortunately, but even though I wasn't enjoying the adult beverages, it just goes by fast when you're eating pizza and cactus cut chips every night, right? Nothing wrong with that. So we're just on commercial break before puck drop here. They've announced the kind of guys to watch in the game. Shop Team Canada merchandise. Tempting, but it's Christmas. It's Christmas time, and I've already spent all my money for the year, so we got to wait till 2021 to spend some money again. But let's just quickly give you guys an update as to how things are going here on Dolynny TV this evening. So far on the live stream, 138 views, and we haven't even started game time. And there is hockey on now, Gaming Goat. There is hockey on now on TSN 1 in Canada. Right now, you can watch the World Juniors, Team USA versus Team Finland in pre-tournament competition action. And it's just a tester stream this evening to give us something. Ooh, that World Juniors music. That just gives me something to get excited about, and I'm very grateful to be hearing it this evening, that's for sure. So, you know what? We've also had a crazy night on video number 1 of the uploads, as my worst fear, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Ryan Smith 2.0. That video is just casually crushing it as well this evening. So we've had a good go of it. Let's get to it. Gord Miller, Ray Ferraro in the booth in Edmonton. Ooh, look at Rogers Place looking all good, spiffed out in IIHF gear. You've got referees wearing sponsorship BDO logos, and Michelle is on the NHL Network here in America. Absolutely. Puck drop set as the referee's just skating around, going to pick up a puck, and away we're going to get going. The goaltender's in net for Team Finland. Kari Piiranen, however you're going to say it, somebody's going to correct me. 6'1", 179 pounds at 19 years old. And then you have Spencer Knight, the goaltender, 6'3", 194, 19 years of age, from Boston College of the NCAA. Behind the bench, what do we got? Loyalties going for Finland. I'd say I'm color me surprised, but I'm not in the least on that. Team USA head coach, I'm not sure who it is. It's Nate Lehman. I'm not sure what his background is, but I'm sure we'll find out as the night goes along here in pre-tournament action. Puck drop. They're going to zoom the camera off the ice. Here we go. Players ready. And we've got an opening face-off to get underway. Oh, man, hockey's back. They are at it. Finland wins the face-off. It's the captain winning it for him. Up the middle, dumped into the zone, tipped in by Finland, and USA is on the defense early as Finland's cycling it around the boards back to the blue line. Left point. There's a shot fanned and missed in the high slot by Finland. Starting back the other way goes the USA. They're going to bust in and get it on the forecheck there. And that's a massive hit. Good little two-hander there from the man, Kaliev. Two-hander to the back. And I'm really surprised. Yeah, they're going to call that. That's going to be a two-handed cross-check in the action. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go uncalled. 19:28 into the game, USA getting called for a penalty, and you'll watch this one. Man goes in, two-hander into the boards. Thankfully, was able to brace himself, and away it goes. 2 and 10. Oh, it's going to be 2 and 10. Okay, all right. That probably makes sense. That's a 2-minute penalty and 12 minutes. Yeah, he's sitting for the next 12 minutes. Because I forgot about that. And there's a lot of wonky rules in the World Juniors. This is one of them where you sit for 2 for the penalty, and then you end up going 10 minutes for the misconduct after your 2-minute minor is over. So here we go. 19:23 to play. The U.S. wins the faceoff, immediately clears it. Down goes Niemalia. I think that's how you say it. We're going to have fun tonight with this, aren't we? Check from behind is what they're calling it by Kaliev of the USA. So, okay, there it is. And, yeah, no, you don't. But the USA doing a good job so far, killing the penalty. 1:30 to go in the power play for Finland. They're up the ice. They're across the blue line. They're shooting it in the corner. And we're kind of choosing to forecheck this power play, but it works out for them. They've got it half wall, near side. They're going to work it down low, below the goal line, go around, dance around. Guy gets tied up, but he's good to go. And now, okay, we're going to find out how delayed I am here, but there's the shot. Big point shot coming up. Oh, tee up the one-timer. Near side, dot, back of the net. Spencer Knight, no chance. And that's a power play goal for Team Finland. So I'm only about a 15-second delay behind, probably on YouTube. About a 20-second delay, but that is a power play goal for Team Finland. What didn't look like a good start to the power play ends up being perfect power play movement. And what a shot there from the right side dot to score that goal, and a heck of a beauty toe drag at the blue line to get it going. And Spencer Knight, the power play 5-hole, a little bit leaky. And Parssinen, is it Parssinen? Gets the goal for Team Finland. There we go. Bing, bang, boom. 18:34 to go in this first period. And yes, Hulu in there, Suomi. 18:34, 1-0 lead for Team Finland. How about that? It takes us a whole minute 26 to get a goal on the board. And away we are in World Junior action. I know Austria and what was it, Switzerland played earlier today, but you know what? End of the day, I'm just glad to be watching some hockey on my TV that I was actually able to catch on time. Now Team USA trailing a goal. They have to find some offense here. And this is a weird pre-competition game for Team USA because this is tough competition. It's not like you're walking in against Austria or something who's not really known for being on the big stage. But you know what? Team USA, Team Finland, you start off with the best and you hope for the best the rest of the way through the tournament. Finland now with possession in their own zone, looking for a pass, an outlet pass or something to get out of the zone here. And Team USA turning over pucks, shoving them back deep. And now in on the forecheck, and they have a chance to come up with this puck. Finland, good man support, and Team USA briefly comes up with the puck, but Finland with 3 guys there might clear this puck at long last. They do. And across it goes into the zone. Team USA fires it back after a turnover, and Finland once again trying to clear it. So all of a sudden you have Team USA pressuring the Finns a little bit here, but the United States, something you don't see too often early in World Juniors, they are trailing in the first game. So not something you see normally, but pre-tournament action, so we're not going to read too much into it. Spencer Knight out to play it. It's going to go along the boards. The Finns come up with it. Chopped on net. Spencer Knight sharp there to shove it into the corner. And yeah, the USA playing a little bit more, but look at this. Bang, bang, bang. And that shot from the point eats up Spencer Knight. He somehow juggles the puck about twice before it settles in his 5-hole, and he makes that save. Well, look at this movement on this power play. Bang, and across, and what a shot. The defenseman, he was there, but couldn't get it going. And Gurpreet, do I have a link for a stream? Unfortunately, I do not. And I don't think, due to YouTube's new rules, you're going to be able to get a link into the chat. I think they have since changed that, if I'm not mistaken. But the U.S. trying to get some momentum going here. Assists, Brad Lambert. Okay, the 2021 draft. Is he 2021 or 2022? I think he's 2022. Draft eligible Brad Lambert gets an assist on the opening goal for Team Finland. A 1-0 lead so far for them. 16:35 to go in this first period. I wish I had a scoreboard of some sort. We'll figure that out. I'll have to check out how that works and stuff as the tournament goes along, like we do for the Sportsnet board. I'm sure I can figure something out. Nice shot from the point there for Team USA, and that's what we're seeing a lot of early on in this game. Shots from the point, getting through and trying to beat goalies as quickly as possible. Shot on net. There we go. That one comes out of the corner and hits Spencer Knight. He was able to be sharp and make the save. But again, Team Finland makes a turnover, and they are going to be offside, and the face-off is going to come back into their own half of the rink. Intentional offside on that one. And I need some hockey cards for my setup. I need to figure that out. But trust me, in the new year, we're about to rearrange this whole thing because it's going to get a lot more fun. Spencer Knight, you know what? 59 career wins with the U.S. National Development Team, and he is very much so an important part of Team USA's future at the goaltending level. And the Oilers room, trust me, it's going to get much, much better in the new year. As there we go. Finns in on the attack. They're going to be able to, actually it was Team USA on the attack. They just had the reverse angle, and I'm stupid. I guess that's the way it works. As they're going to work this back, Team USA into their own defensive zone. They're going to move forward and out. And there we go. Finally a breakout pass up the ice, tipped in there by number 21. And the Finns have it behind their own net. They're going to play it, turn it over to the Americans. And this is going to be a dangerous play, but look at that support there. 2 men in on the defensive responsibility there for the Finns, and they're able to clear it up the boards. And 2 Americans supporting the attack weren't able to keep it in, so away we go into the neutral zone where the Finns still have it. They're going to hold on to it, and they're going to try and figure something out here. They're going to headman the pass, and it's going to, again, bounce out of the corner onto Spencer Knight. That's about 3 times already in the first 5 minutes. A puck's come out of the corner here at Rogers Place and hit Spencer Knight at some point. But now a 2-on-1 developing for the Americans. Shot on net. Pierden, a huge save, just kind of bodies it up. And really not a special move from the American attacker on that one. I believe that was Trevor Zegra, number 9, attacking on that one. His blue screen to hide his Flames jersey. Don't catch me. There might be one hanging up in my closet in my bedroom. So that was a Christmas gift. So here we go. Shot on net for the Americans. They're not going to get it going. And now back and forth we go in the defensive zone for the Finland side. They're not going to be able to get it out. They get it out. I mean, this is pre-competition hockey if you ever watched it. Those pucks getting out at the blue line, they kind of take that extra half second to get out, and just when you think it's out, it's bouncing back in, or just when you think it's staying in, it's bouncing out. And that's the way it goes. Hans out, welcome in. Glad to have you along this evening. And McDrive, the setup is looking great. Thank you very much. I think I covered that halfway, but didn't actually mention you. My apologies there. So here we go. You know what? We're having a good go of it so far. We're enjoying a little bit of hockey. It's nice to see again. There's some wide open hockey being played right now, zone to zone. Nothing much happening, but end of the day, it's just nice to see some guys skating on Rogers Place ice and getting hockey back in Canada for the Christmas season. And away we go. Team USA in on the attack. Nice pass to the attack, but nothing happening there. And Mr. T, you're watching this on a pirated stream. Which legal site do you guys recommend? I recommend watching on TSN. That's about the only legal stream you're going to find. Finland on the attack. Shot on net. Spencer Knight denies him. This pink lemonade mixed with water. Just too good. Too good to put down. But that was a nice attempt there for the Finnish side. They can't come up with anything. And now dumping it in goes Team USA. They're going to get on that forecheck again. Nice to see. Nice to see the forecheck getting going for the Americans at this point, because you know what, you want it to be a little bit of a high score in the pre-tournament competition. You want to see what's going on with both sides scoring goals and who's really got a shot at putting some in the back of the net and maybe setting a record, right? Nothing wrong with setting a record one year. But that's going to be, nice attempt to box the man out. I think that's Jake Sanderson there, but he kind of ends up worse for wear on it. And really not a lot of big hits being thrown. Guys trying to throw hits, but they're each bouncing off of each other and taking funny hops. And now guys trying to run each other through the boards all of a sudden. Ooh, count me in. The Finns, the Americans, maybe ramping up the intensity midway through this period. And Kevin, where can I watch the internet, please? I am not sure where you can watch it other than signing up for TSN. And I mean, it's $20 for a month via TSN, so $20 for the World Juniors. That's not really bad. You're not going to get much else out of it. And how is TSN for watching Oilers streaming coverage? Terrible. Sportsnet owns the rights to the Oilers. You will not catch many, if at all, any games of the Oilers on TSN for the foreseeable future. Sam, is an ideal finals Sweden versus Canada? Let me tell you, if we have Sweden versus Canada, we're going to be dandy and gold as this puck gets deep. Now, Team USA, once again, forechecking. But man, those Finnish side, two-man support on every loose puck in the defensive zone, and it's been stellar. It's been, be right back. And I think we're back to streaming. There we go. We are back. All right, so it's just momentary blips on rural internet. You know how it is, but we'll get back to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. As this one away out of the zone for the Finns. Andrew, I got to check your channel. You'll have to comment on the video so that I can check your channel because I can't see it in the little, whatchamacallit, little profile thumbnail tag thing they give me in the chat, but we'll make it work here in a moment. As 10:50 to go in this first period, the American side finally cycling up an attack. They're going to get deep into the zone, turn back, half dot there, and see if they can't move something around. But man forgets the puck, and that's going to cost you. But now back to the point. The Americans, now they've actually set up. They've actually set up an attack. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Okay, Andrew, I got you. I'm going to definitely have to take a better look as there we go. Big save for Perinen and done and dusted. So, yeah, definitely, guys, check out Twitch. See if you can find anything there in terms of streams because I know Twitch is a little bit different in how they handle things. And I'd be interested to see if they're allowing live coverage tonight of the game to be broadcast on their service. How's Video Kraken? Stream is rocking. Alright, so what do we have? We have a 1-0 game so far, midway through the period. And what we have also is a solid start to the game for the Finns. The US kind of rallying here in the last few minutes, but really what's been good so far is definitely Spencer Knight keeping the USA squad in it. They've had a couple of weird shots the Finns have, and Spencer Knight's been able to stay on his toes more or less. Not necessarily being really good at goaltending, he's just staying on his toes, and he's been able to steer clear of some disasters potentially happening if he wasn't fully alert in net this evening. So that's good for the American side, but let's take a look at this last play. A play up the boards, and beautiful little breakout by Team USA there. They're going to get in. That's the 2-on-1, but Perinen just literally looks the man down into the shot, and there wasn't much special happening there. And this one here as well, back into the slot, and I mean, why even bother to show that replay other than the fact the guy can pass a puck down into the zone? Okay, whatever, but Finland up 1-0. The Team USA jerseys, is it just me or do they feel cheap? Do the Team USA jerseys really look cheap this year? I don't know if it's just their pre-tournament jerseys, but they really look cheap to me. But here we go. Finland is going for a defensive zone to the right of their netminder. It's going to be tied up and won back by the Finns, who will carry it pretty much right out of their zone. Breakout pass down the boards. And they're hustling in there. 33 takes a spill, though, rubbed out along the boards. And away we go here. Something's got to go. Oh, man, that 33, he's getting worked over. Is that Lambert? Is that Lambert for the Finns? I imagine it is. I think that's the name I saw on the back of the jersey. And he's also wearing a cage, which would match up with the situation he finds himself in as an underager at this tournament. But, yeah, Team USA really... I don't know if it's just the white as it ruffles in the air as they skate. Something just doesn't feel right about those jerseys. Maybe once they get into their regular jerseys for the tournament, it'll look fine, but something just does not feel right at all. But this one tipped in by Team USA. They have just really failed to set up a sustained like 20-30 second attack. I mean, Finland, they had the power play to do it early in the period. Neither team's really done it. Finland's done it once since, but this has been an interesting period where it's just been feel you out, grind you back into your own zone, take a chance, see if it'll happen, and then push you back. And I mean, Team USA is even hitting themselves. So what are we trying to achieve here? As the Finns dumping it in. And now we're going to see a nice little move there by the USA defender. Okay. Down the ice and down the boards it goes. And that will not be icing. And where do you find the actual game, Paul? I wish I could tell you where to find the actual game. I have heard a couple people in the chat mention Twitch. So guys, definitely if you have anything, go check out Twitch to see if there's something there, an actual game stream. But at the same rate, you can catch it on TSN or the NHL Network if you're doing it proper. There's a penalty coming up to Team Finland, so it'll be an opportunity on the power play. Paul, NHL Network is where you would find it in the U.S. As that is going to be it. That is going to be all. Team Finland to the penalty kill. 8:16 to go in the first period. Let's see how this one pans out for them as 1-0 for Team Finland after the first pretty much good chunk of this game. It's been a weird one, a feel yo, grind yo kind of start to the game, but that's fine, that's dandy. We're not going to complain too much about the fact that we have live hockey once again back on our television sets. It just feels good to be sitting here talking live hockey with you guys once again. It's been a long time, right? August is a long time ago. I sit here and I feel like that was just yesterday, but that's 4.5 months ago, I guess 4 and a bit months ago since we last saw hockey live on our television sets. So here we go. See what we got. Rogers Place. Yeah, we could all dream of going to watch the game at Rogers Place. I had friends that actually were in the ticket pool for this World Juniors, and I was sure I was going to get a chance to watch a World Juniors game for the first time in my life, but not a chance. That's not what was intended to happen. And same lineup, got 2 Jorvente shirts, and I support Ilves. There you go. Ita? I'm not sure how to say that again. If anyone can give me pronunciations of how to say things, that is much appreciated. But this is the awesome part about it for me tonight, live streaming this game, is the fact that I'm not a USA fan. I'm not a Finnish fan. I am a Canadian cheering for Team Canada in the World Juniors. A little bit of Team Sweden for Philip Broberg as Team USA gets on the attack here. They're going to divvy it up point to point, a little bit half wall work there as well, but they're really whipping this puck around in the zone. There's a shot, spin-a-rama shot near side or far side post there for Team USA. It goes into the corner and they regroup it. Now across and shot again. Kind of similar situation there. But yeah, that one's not going to work out for Team USA, and it is getting cleared by Finland. So now back into their defensive zone, trying to work out is Team USA. Brock Favors from your hometown. Let's go USA. Hey, Paul, I'm not sitting here telling you to not go USA, because this is the best part, as I was saying. Get to watch a little bit of national pride on the line for everybody. And honestly, I have a lot of good friends in the United States nowadays, and I can't sit here and I say I hate them. The hockey teams I do, but hey, you know what? World Juniors, I'm just glad to have hockey back. We'll see how long that lasts, as USA trying to make this power play last not too long, but now it's 1 minute and 4 seconds old, 56 seconds to go. The Finns, they've been getting pressured, but they've done a good job. Pirinen standing on his head, making some saves for Finland, looking a lot more sure of himself than, let's say, Spencer Knight was so far early in the game. But that was a nice spin-a-rama far side post. Just kind of forgot where the net was, if you catch me. And you're going Juuso Välimäki for the Norris. That'd be something. And there's a shot. Ooh, flutter puck. Flutter puck on Pirinen, but he gloves that no problem. Bobby Brink with the shot, and he's looking, man, if I would have got all of that. If I would have got all of that, we would have been good to go. All right. Line up again. Face off, this time to the right of Pirinen. left-hand side of our screen. It looks like near side boards, however you want to say it. This one's going to come back, and they're going to work it. There's the slap shot, and deflected. That one didn't miss by much, but unfortunately, for the Team USA, it missed. And they find themselves having to scramble for the puck. They're going to flip it down the ice, will Team Finland. And that is an effective minute 30 of penalty killed. And now USA left with the scraps of a power play to try and put together a goal, tie up this game, and get the job done and get back to an even playing field. But man, Finland just pouncing on every loose puck in their own defensive zone. And that's once again for the second time in this power play. Spencer Knight out there playing it within the last few seconds. I'm sure he's played it one other time, but heck, if I'm paying attention at this point, that's kind of the hard part of streaming and talking at the same time, especially when you're not doing the full play-by-play. But this one flipped back out. Finland successfully kills the penalty. 6:15 to go in the first period. Here we go. As Jake Sanderson, he's actually number 8, not number 7. So that's to clarify that, Tyson. Good job. Check mark. Good to go. Let's watch Team USA break out here again. A lost in the skates translation go. And yeah. Not happening too well. Okay, now it's going to go into the corner. Team USA on the forecheck. Their man falls down. Now it's a little bit of a scramble again. Finland using pressure with 2 guys on a puck in their own zone, and it's worked out well. Man, if the Oilers would play some defense like that, I don't know. But, you know what? It's looking good. Looking good for Finland. Team USA's had a couple of good chances. That power play early on looked sharp, but kind of faded out in the last minute. And Finland, again, just hungry on the 50-50 pucks. Shot on net. Spencer Knight, again, just kind of sees it flutter on and flutter by. And that, a weird one there. And that is going to be a hook to the Finnish captain as the man goes down. And, well, again, Team USA to the power play right away. After not succeeding on the first one, they're going to get a chance on the second one. And we all know just how important penalties and penalty kills and power plays are to whatchamacallit, the World Juniors. Nanta, Barrett Hayton is so selfish he didn't even try to play for Ilves this season. Barrett Hayton, he's with the what do you call him? The Arizona Coyotes, isn't he? I didn't know he was over in Finland. Interesting. All right. But anyway, a little bit of a stats update, guys. If you're just joining the live stream, what I want you to do right now is potentially hit that like button if you're enjoying what you're getting out of this live stream so far this evening. We're up to 331 total views on the stream. It's a nice first stream back, and we're up to 8,214 subscribers. If you'd like to join Dolynny TV and follow along all the World Juniors coverage and then into the NHL season with Oilers coverage all season long, make sure to do so. But it's Anton Lundell going to the box for hooking, gets his man in there a little bit. And that means he's gone for 2 minutes, 5:11 to go in this first period. And you know what? End of the day, Team USA, another chance to tie it up. All right, Farcone, you're on out. We will catch you later. Cheers to you as well. And he played 10 games. Okay, so he played 10, but that's about it. I mean, yes, Puljujärvi, how many did he actually play this year? I don't think he played that many. But nice keep in there from Team USA. Tipped in on Pyörinen. Can't get him solved. Nah, man. Pyörinen's been solid so far. Good go. And, yeah, Finland's a big team. What is it? Is Lundell like 6'3"? I want to say he's a huge centerman. But yeah, Finland, US, let's just put it lightly, have been bouncing off them when they go to check them. The US looks to be a really skilled team this year, but doesn't look to be very good physically. Their defensemen look rather small too. But I guess time will tell as there's a shot. And again, man, look at that. Guy in... just can't get it going, this Team USA. They try to drive it in the middle, and Finland's just clogging it up nicely. Like, they're keeping them to the perimeter on this penalty kill. There's the shot, and Pyörinen, again, just perfect positioning. Swallows it up, no problem. Done and dusted, and away we go. Look at that go. I like to see this. And you watch this. They're moving it, and they're trying to move it, but look at as they move it into the middle. Still, Finland's forcing shots to go maybe a little bit quicker than the U.S. would like to get them off. But yeah, still, I believe Team Canada is going to be the best of the best in the tournament. I don't want to say gold medal because that'll curse it. I'm kind of a curse when it comes to saying teams will succeed, i.e. look at my Oilers Stanley Cup video, but Team USA's got 43 seconds to go on this power play, 3:50 to go in the period, and they're still trying to drive into the middle at some point to set up a nice chance. They had that one, but still, even that was a little bit forced by the Finnish defense. And things are looking solid so far for Finland. Like, they're going down low to the near side shot. And again, Piranen's just standing in there, letting the shots hit him and swallowing it up or hitting him out of harm's way. That one cross crease, Piranen, right there. Like, it is so limited what the USA can do that Piranen's having no issue swallowing every shot he's seen so far, and it's been good. He's had a good little glove hand so far tonight. And Team Finland definitely being led by their goaltender this latter half of the period. But secondarily to that, that first early goal in the power play in the first minute 26 to get them going and off to a good start. Yeah, it's looking good so far for Finland. But that said, plenty of time left. 3:10 to go in this first period, and anything could happen here as this one's going to bounce across the line. Finland off the penalty kill. Another unsuccessful power play for the Americans. This one's going to hop into the slot, and that bouncing puck. The Americans thought they had it settled, but they couldn't get it going. So now, what do? They regroup, they force it into the zone, and they're going to get on there. Piranen's going to come out and play it. He's going to give it away, and again, just a little over anxious. The American player falls down, loses control, and a good chance gone awry. But I mean, what are you going to do? If anyone makes that play, maybe Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, but guy in the World Juniors, I'm doubting he makes that play. That bang bang as it comes out of the corner behind the net and to the front of the net with no goalie in the cage. This one, a puck across the blue line. The Finns, again, a two-man in, but that doesn't work for them that time. The Americans get the shot off, miss wide over top of the net, near side. 2:11 to go in this first period. The puck out of the corner, off the wall, and there's going to be a penalty, and it's going to be to Viro for what? What's he getting a penalty for here? The Finnish coach not looking so impressed. Ooh, that's going to be either a knee or a trip. I imagine a knee, as that was pretty good knee-on-knee contact coming off the half wall. But what you going to do there? That was one of those turn around and he's right there. But it's the World Juniors. You don't get credit for he was right there. You get called as stiffly and as harshly as any other possible situation. And Vancouver at Edmonton in oil country, subject to change. Ooh, opening night. All right. That is nice to see. We will have to cover that tomorrow. But now there's another penalty. It's going to be a high stick, and the Finnish head coach is he's a little rattled. His team's got a 1-0 lead here, and the parade to the penalty box is piling up for the Finns, who have now taken 4 minor penalties in what feels like the past 5 minutes. Naparu, high. And that's a high stick coming out of the corner, behind the net, whatever. And if the U.S. can't score, we suck. I wouldn't say that. You got to warm up. Pahaka? How do you say that? We'll find out. Somebody's going to start giving me pronunciations at some point. But the USA on a 5-on-3 man advantage for pretty much the rest of the period. They start by moving the puck high, moving the puck wide. But once again, prime position in net is Kari Piranen, and he gets the job done, stopping the first shot of the 5-on-3 man advantage. I believe that's again Trevor Zegras on the dot. Can't get it going. USA scored from there. Joshua, a little bit sweaty of a go for the Finns right here as they've kind of worked themselves into trouble. USA getting it going. I actually don't know who won between Austria and Switzerland. I'll cover that, and then I'll probably head off for the night. This was just a tester stream to see how it goes, but let's get it going. Here we go. Back and across and down, and now back high slot. Shot not coming. When's that shot coming? It's got to be coming at some point. There it is, and it is blocked into the corner. Nothing special happening there. And now, once again, this one's going to deflect. And how behind am I? There's the shot. Oh my goodness, good dive and block. And puck goes up over the glass and done. Yeah, absolutely. So Mark, you've got the answer. The Swiss won. Okay, there we go. That, I guess, would be expected. Switzerland versus Austria. That does make sense. But look at this gutsy block off the hand of the Finnish defender. What a good save there by Kukkonen. 53 seconds to go in the man advantage. So Team USA not really achieving anything in the next little bit here. But we got to get it going. As away we'll go. There we go. Trevor Zegras gets it out of the pile. Now, I'm just hoping USA cracks him here because Pyrinen's looking pretty dang good, and I'm getting a little worried. That shot wide of the net there. And a misfire from the far side dot. Zegras regroups it. He's going to go down low. He's now going to find himself there. The shot goes wide again. Man, that's 2 misfires on 2 set shots by Team USA. They're going to fire this one again. A 3rd straight misfire. This one goes out of the zone with 30 seconds to go in the first period. Cam York moving the puck up. He's wearing the C tonight for the Americans. This one's going to move in. York and the man tangle up. That gives 19 seconds, 11 seconds in the 2-man advantage. This puck working its way across, back and forth, and shot and blocked there again by Pyrin. Good save for him. 9 seconds to go. The Americans looking for the 10-second cheese here. They get it! They get it! And that's a big goal there. Kaliev scores it. And my goodness. There's that last 10 seconds cheese. 5.4 seconds to go for Team USA, and they get the job done. Scramble in front. The shot comes in, and then it comes out, and Boldy behind the net. He'll work it, and shot comes in. Shot goes past Pyrin. He's not squared up to it. A little bit tangled up in net, and bang, done. It's a 1-1 game between the Americans and the Finns. Pyrin really not squared up to the shooter there. Doesn't really achieve much, but you know what? That's it. 1-1 game going into the end of the first period. Arthur Kaliev, not Alex, Arthur Kaliev. And now, there we go. That's what somebody was talking about earlier. A little bit of pushing and shoving between the Americans and the Finns. They don't like each other, I've been told earlier in this stream. And now we got something going on behind Moynihan and Hellenius. And look at how big Hellenius is compared to Moynihan. Oh my goodness. That is a big kid, and these Finns, they really do look big. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 1-1 game between the Finns and the Americans. Kaliev kind of saves himself, right? Saves himself as he takes the penalty that costs the goal and then scores the goal at the end of the period. Bing, bang. And Ghost, I'd love to show you the game. It's copyright. I can't do that. I have a very good thing going here on Dolynny TV. I have a lot of Oilers fans that count on me for Oilers coverage every day, and I'm not about to cost that to show a pre-competition game between Team USA and Team Finland as a Canadian who has no vested interest in either squad. So, my friends, can we find some kind of recap thing on tsn.ca like we were able to on Sportsnet? That would be fancy if we could. That'd be excellent. As in case you missed it, on opening night of the NBA season, my friends, we ended up seeing, what do you even call it? Those guys, the Brooklyn Nets winning their first game with Steve Nash as head coach. So, let me go back to the pre-tournament games here. What? I really can't go here? Really? They don't have schedule? I want scores. Give me scores. Give me scores. Schedule scores. Broadcast schedule? Why is it impossible to give me scores for the World Juniors pre-competition game? Oh my goodness. Absolutely brutal. Oh my goodness. Alright, anyway. You know what? Kaliev, and can't remember the name for the Finnish side. That's, of course, my bad. I can't pronounce it. There's no chance I'm going to remember it, but it is what it is so far. As a 1-1 game, it's just nice to see hockey back. Arthur Kaliev, the LA Kings prospect for Team USA on the power play. That was a huge goal. That was a massive one for them. They needed that. They had been pressuring late, and they got it. Well, two-man advantage should do that for you. But let's go get some Oilers news here for what's going on here. Lists. Give me some lists. As Corey Pronman, the first arty party in a very long time. Okay, that's apparently a thing according to Corey Pronman. Alright, let's see. So, USA power play units, Boldy, Kaliev, Caulfield, Zigra, York, Brisson, Turcotte, Brink, Lacombe, and Sanderson. Glad to see World Juniors and NHL coming back. In the face of great adversity, hockey is such a great distraction for many people, says David Staples, and I also don't begrudge anyone making a living, so as long as they take responsible precautions and aren't super spreaders, which elite hockey is not. Okay, sure, fair enough. More NHL schedule chatter according to Chris Johnson. Now I can't talk. That lemonade's wrecking my voice. Vancouver visits Edmonton as part of the January 13th opening night festivities, subject to provincial sign-offs and possible change, of course. So we've got things scheduled to go. Mark, do I have a link? Unfortunately not, but I have not heard if anyone figured out if Twitch is working or not. Interesting. All right. Getting there. All right, let's see here. Let's see. I just want to take a look here. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is absolutely insane. Jordan, welcome in. Yeah, that was. My phone dinged and we're on just commercial here, so I'm just waiting for something here. And we're going to the Raptors versus Pelicans tomorrow. Oh my goodness, we are having ourselves quite the evening here on Dolynny TV. 477 views here on the channel in the last hour, guys. Very much so appreciate you tuning in and enjoying things alongside me this evening. It feels really good to have hockey back. Craig Button on the desk, chatting all things World Juniors right now. I just want to quickly check some stuff out and see what's going on. I'm going to quickly drop a link to a video here if I can. If you don't mind me self-promoting myself a little bit, I do cover the Oilers in case I haven't made that clear enough. So let me get this going here, as I had a discussion today about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' contract situation and essentially how I see worst case scenario playing out in terms of what's already happened in Oilers history. Watch here in the comments or in the chat. You can check out that video. I've just linked it right there, so make sure to check that out. And definitely, guys, if you enjoy the channel, please consider subscribing. It's going to be a long journey through the next 2 weeks for the World Juniors. And yeah, here's the text message from Cold Lake Kid, who you saw in the chat earlier, moderating things for us there early on. Doing good, buddy. This will fly with Team Canada playing. I cannot wait to see Team Canada playing. This is actually an incredible response compared to what I expected for live streaming Team Canada versus Team USA versus Team Finland. I'm sorry, like I've made mention of many times in this live stream already, I'm a Canadian cheering for Team Canada, a little bit for Team Sweden. I have no anything for Team USA or Team Finland, so I'm totally neutral ground here. And this is also a dedicated Oilers channel. That's all we talk about is the Edmonton Oilers of the NHL. And here we've got this evening 23 of you following along, enjoying tonight's hockey action live from Rogers Place in Edmonton with me as we just watch on our television sets or wherever you guys have managed to find TV viewing of it. All right, take a break. Relax, enjoy, and we'll be good to go here. Who is this kid? Let's find out. Tim Hortons, City of Red Deer, Team Canada, Edmonton. Oh my goodness, they got a lot of ads on that backdrop this year. I mean, you're gonna have to run a tournament in a bubble with no fans, that's for sure. But it's nice to see the World Juniors get underway, and hopefully this time next year, we're back to normal and everything's good to go, because I'd like to make it up to Edmonton for a World Juniors, or even if I have to go to, even if I have to go to Red Deer, I can go there. Red Deer's not my favorite destination. I hate driving in Red Deer, but if I have to do it, I will do it. Any Oilers fan from Calgary knows just how awful going through Red Deer is on your way to an Oilers game. The longest stretch of QE2 is from Gasoline Alley to the north side of Red Deer. There is nothing worse on QE2 than that, may I say. But it is what we are. Checking in with Team Canada after the commercial. There we go. Are all the rinks open in Canada? Outdoor rinks, a little bit, but the rules are hit and miss as to how things work. I don't even want to debate that. Let's not debate that. I will stop the debate on that right now. Yeah, that's we don't want to discuss that here tonight. All right, so let's see what we're going on here. If I can get some Twitter discussion going. There's Corey Pronman in there giving us that update. The Artie Party. Let's see what else he's had to say. Kaliev sends a missile to the net and it's 1-1. The man can fire the puck. Well, yeah, Pirinen was rather unprepared there. And, yeah. Talk about it, Budsy. Talk about it. All right. Yeah, so far so good. So who's on our taxi squad? I'm not sure who's on the taxi squad because with Gaetan Oz not being able to make it to camp first thing, I don't know who's on the squad, the main squad. So we'll find out as we go along, but it's going to be interesting to watch things roll out. So let's go to TSN Direct. This is a Napa commercial, so just quickly check some things out here and make sure we're rocking, we're rolling along this evening. It's been fun having hockey back. I mean, I could probably spend the next 3 hours just talking about how nice it is to sit here on camera again and talk hockey with you guys, watch a hockey game that isn't a replay, by the way. This is the nice part. This isn't a replay. This is live, actual hockey on our TV sets. I mean, I'm watching on the TSN Direct app, and I just linked my computer onto my TV with an HDMI cable like I'm back in 2012. Get at me. I'm an old school TV nerd, so it is the way it works, but we are rocking, we are rolling. Fun to have you back calling the games. David, it is, like I was just saying, fun to be back. Does Holloway get an invitation to camp? I do not believe Holloway can because he is unsigned and currently playing for an NCAA team. That there would leave him in a vulnerable position as to having to sign with the Oilers should he end up at camp. I believe is the way the NCAA works. I'm not sure. But as we get into the period here where we just sit here and discuss things in the intermission, questions coming in aplenty. Does Tampa repeat? Well, I don't know. Does Tampa find a way to repeat? I guess depends what's going on with Kucherov's hip. That's the big discussion today. Hey, I mean, I missed a lot today, but I guess Kucherov, if his hip's not up to par, it could be a very interesting year in Tampa. I mean, are they really going to miss him? Probably not with the amount of talent they have. But you never know how much one guy can change the team. You know, everybody accuses the Oilers of being that team, that one guy changes the team, right? So, who knows? But the taxi squad is in case there's some positive cases on the club, so you got to have somebody that's readily available to fill in, therefore the taxi squad. And is Maroon still in Tampa, Chuck? I believe he signed a 2-year deal there. Actually, let me cap-friendly that for you. I believe he signed a 2-year deal or else he re-signed with Tampa. I'm not sure how that all worked. The divisions on cap-friendly really throw me for a loop. But, yeah, Patrick Maroon re-signed with the Tampa Bay Lightning for a $900,000 deal for the next 2 years. So he's there for pretty much what could be the end of his career. Kucherov should sit out the shortened season in that case. It would be interesting to see him sit it out and take the LTIR, but I don't know if that's going to be allowed. They're going to be scrutinizing that very heavily this year. Tomorrow, Canada-Russia going to be a good game. Of course, I will not have coverage of that. I will only have coverage of the games later in the evening or on the weekends or on the special days, simply because I've got work. I work full time, and the guy's got to stay employed, so he can't be taking time off to live stream hockey games, unfortunately. So here we find ourselves missing out the Canada-Russia game, but we'll be fine. It'll all be good, and we'll cover it off, no problem at all. And yeah, Patrick Maroon, I love Patrick Maroon. He is what a gritty NHL player is all about, and he's a guy that obviously they'll win Stanley Cups with. The Oilers, they went the deepest they have in many years with Patrick Maroon on the team, so that's something else to make mention of. Robert, welcome into the live stream. Glad to have you along this evening. Glad to just see some familiar old names in live streams coming on by and popping in and checking things out, because it feels good to be back to live action once again. Craig Button, I wish I'd shut up and just listen to the man, but of course, you know you're not going to get that out of me, so I guess what am I asking for realistically, right? All right, so quickly, Austria wins gold. Brendan, I mean, in a world turned upside down, what kind of shocker would that be at this point? My goodness, I got to stop playing with that pun. But I agree. Kazian needs to take some out of his playbook. Kazian, honestly, just needs to get things going a little bit more. And those neglected furnaces keep you going. Oh, those I don't think it's so much neglected furnaces. There's a lot of furnaces in the Airdrie, Calgary area, right? There's a lot of people living, so you never know what's going on in somebody's house. And end of the day, the furnace game is a strong game to be in right now. The HVAC sector, if there's been one thing definitely bolstered by the whole situation, it's everybody taking notice of, I should take care of my furnace. That's a big thing. And of course, don't forget, air conditioning is a big part of HVAC as well. All right, Brendan, I know you're joking. I'm just having a little bit of fun with you as well. All right, let's get to it. Let's see what else. Ooh, they've got the notes. Look at Craig Button. He's just going off verbal memory. You like to see that. A guy that shoots straight without notes. You love to see that. As you're an HVAC guy. Vercone, yes sirree. I'm not an HVAC tech. I'm an HVAC wholesaler, but nonetheless, I'm part of the industry, I guess you could say. It feels good. My mom always used to joke when I was in broadcasting college, that's where this whole YouTube thing comes from, being a broadcaster prior to being in the HVAC industry, is my mom always said, you know what, if this fails, you need to get yourself a trade. You should probably get yourself a trade. And here I am, somewhat on the borderline of being in the trades with an HVAC wholesaling job and quite enjoying it. You know what? I was also told a lot along the way when I was younger I'd be a really good salesman. Everybody tried to get me to be a salesman and I refused. And now here I am, an HVAC salesman kind of deal, and I quite enjoy wholesaling HVAC. Let's be honest that. All right, Brendan, what goalie is Canada starting? It is that Levi kid. He is going to get the start for Team Canada tomorrow against Russia. Now, that's a pre-competition game. It doesn't count for any chips, so don't worry about what happens. But it'll be nice to see our Canadian boys in the action at Rogers Place. I was going to say in the NHL. That was not going to make sense, so I had to hold up and pause. Now, besides Finland, the other three teams Canada plays in the prelims are 0-50-1. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see, or what stream you in? I am streaming Junior's game. Sorry, this is too much of a fun stream so far. It's been good. Round robin, all good. Germany's team just got decimated. Yeah, there's been a lot of interest so far in how that's all played out, but I'm sure everything will be good to go. Juniors are fantastic. They are trying to get the show to the show, so they do. World Juniors is a big time for everybody in hockey, and I mean, like you're saying, David, Craig Button knows his stuff. I was lucky enough back in 2016, maybe when I didn't fully appreciate how the news cycles in the NHL and stuff work, to interview Craig Button. I was just a very rookie broadcaster, fresh out of college at that point, and it was a weird interview. It's weirdly lit, it's weirdly done, but you know what? Craig was good enough to stick with me the full way and allow me to get it going, and I appreciate that from him. I really appreciated the opportunity, maybe more so now than I did then, but hey, you know what? Craig Button, a guy that really had some good things to say about Cale Makar, who's a very good hockey player nowadays, and well, was going to be a very good hockey player from that point forward. So, my friends, we're on the intermission right now. We're just waiting for this game to return. I should take a bathroom break quickly and get back to you. I will be right back. X-Snipes, you mind running the chat, making sure nobody gets out of control? We'll be good. I'll be right back, and we'll get back to it. All right, let's get this going. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's just one of those things. We're off and running with action here. Okay, all right. Had to put some drops in the dog's eyes. My bad. You know, the dog is going a little bit blind here, so we had to make sure we get him going. The U.S. in on the attack. They're checking. There's the shot. That's the goal. Perrin beat for a second time. Nice little cross the slot play there for the Americans, and it is back of the net. 2-1. They get the hot start in the second period, and that's as hot of a start as I could possibly project to get things going early in the second period just as I sit down. But it is what it is. The Americans, they get on the board, and that's a beauty of a pass there. Received the pass in the slot, crossed it back over one more time, and back of the net it goes. And yeah, really hoping for a great outcome for the juniors. I believe now that things are kind of settled, everything will get down to earth and get going. Cole Caulfield snipes it. And well, that is as to expected. Okay, fine. 1 or 2 with game 2. Might as well follow along. All right, there we go, Zin. Sounds good. As this face-off at center ice, Cole Caulfield, his first of the pre-competition, assisted by Trevor Zegras and Jackson Lacombe. And now we get underway here with this puck moving forward. It's going to bounce out into the neutral zone a little bit here. And it is, we had about 50K, 5K at the airport to meet the players. Allen is definitely playing strong right now. Awesome. There we go. And here we go. This puck just misses, but the Americans still on side. They're going to get on the attack now. Set it up, go across, far side boards. Oh man, this is, I did not expect to have to hit the ground running as soon as I came down here. That's a nice play by Jake Sanderson, and what a backhand. Oh my goodness. That was pretty. Cole Caulfield, 2 straight goals, and I mean, you hate to see a Habs prospect succeeding, but that is why they talk about this kid. Look at this play here. This one by Sanderson. That's a heck of a dump. Keep in and get it down the boards. Around it goes, and watch this play. Just a backhand roof job by Cole Caulfield. And well, that was something. Someone who finds a way to get open. Imagine that on Connor's line. That's kind of what Cahoon does. Well, trust me, you know, Nugent Hopkins knows how to do that sneakily in the high slot as well. But we need to find that right winger for McDavid. I don't know if Kazian's the man for the job after the playoffs, but I guess we'll find out. He's the quote-unquote guy to go to right now. But 8:13 to go in this second period, and the Americans have struck twice to start things off. All right, in this second period, they now lead 3-1. It was looking so good for the Finns in the first period up until all those penalties piled up. And now maybe a little gassed from killing all those penalties, and it'll catch up with you. That we know very well in Edmonton Oilers land. As we get going here, the Finns trying to get back into this game. They're going to flip it high into the corner. This one, unlike the first period, is not going to come out and attack Spencer Knight. It did it a couple of times out of the corner, bounced onto his stick out of the corner, and it was weird. Spencer Knight had a weird start first 10 minutes. Jake Sanderson, the solo assist on the 3-1 goal for the Americans. And of course, Cole Caulfield scoring it right there. Now this one, played back, the Americans buzzing. And I'm not sure if that's crowd noise or that's just how much noise they're making on the ice. Somebody with better hearing than me maybe wants to explain that. I have to have the game down a little bit lower so as it doesn't play in the microphone and I get a copyright strike. So if anyone can explain what's going on at Rogers Place, that would be greatly appreciated. So here we go. This one worked out. Good play there by the Finns to get it out of the zone. They're going to rush up the ice, check it deep into American territory. This one's going to go back up the ice quickly, and that's a heck of a breakout pass. The half clap, the save, Pirinen back in action, making saves for Team Finland. All right, so that's a heck of a start for the American side. Goal king Cole Caulfield, 5'7", 163, 36 points in 36 games played with Wisconsin, 126 career goals with US NDTP, and it is interesting to see what happens there for him because he's a pretty big goal-scoring machine, and I mean, the Montreal Canadiens are pretty excited about their future with him now. Hopefully that all works out. Oof. Trevor Zegras sees one go over top of his stick right in the danger zone in front of the net, but he couldn't cash that one in. So now the Finns regroup it and going down the ice. And yes, Holloway also plays with Wisconsin. And yeah, it's interesting to see what him and Mr. Cole Caulfield combine for here the rest of the NCAA season after this tournament wraps up. Here's the shot blocked there by the Finnish defender. This one goes up over top of Pyörinen on a direction to the net. This one now directed off the stick of Pyörinen from a point shot. And now let's see what happens here as they are grinding away in the zone. The Americans, they've tasted blood, and they sense it in the water here quite a bit. Out of a Finnish side that took a couple of bad penalties late in the first period, and now, after getting that 1-1 goal, the Americans pressuring hard after their sniper Cole Caulfield gets it going for them. Down the ice it goes, and cleared in by the Finnish side into the American zone. Finns, though, going for a line change, so they're not going to get going. And down the ice it goes. Cole Caulfield out there once again for the Americans. He's got that hot stick. Keep him on the ice as much as humanly possible. There's a nice play there. I think that's Brad Lambert of the Finnish side going in. 33 again, rocking some fancy stick work. The Americans turn it over. Lambert still on the ice. This puck into the middle of the ice. It's not going to work out there. And this one's going to be retrieved and sent back the other way. And here comes Cole Caulfield. He dangles, he shoots, he just about snipes another one, and he's going to find it back around again. 3 whacks at it in the span of 4 seconds. And Cole Caulfield can't jam home a hat trick in the first 5.5 minutes of this second period. That, man, the guy is looking like he is buzzing this game. Can't wait to see what Dylan Holloway looks like potentially on the top line for Team Canada. Imagine that, right? Dylan Holloway, top line, Team Canada. Talk about it. All right, anyway, back around into the zone. The Finns on the attack. The Americans trying to fish it out. That one's going to go into no man's land where there's no waiting American stick, and they're back again into the Finnish zone. Haven't really spent much time anywhere else, especially not in their defensive zone, other than to regroup the puck. There's another shot. Pyörinen can't glove that one, despite having a very good glove hand so far early on in the first period of this game. And now, midway into the second, he's cracked 3 times for 3 goals. And you know what? Tough shots. Cole Caulfield making them look good, but tough as well. All right. Here we go. Nothing going on there. This one's going to go crossed. And NCAA is on par with Canadian Junior Leagues. I'd say that, other than they're overage players. So it's kind of interesting, right, is how they build those rosters and how those players all translate. But most of those guys, at least, are future ECHL players at worst, or else overseas pros after they complete their education. That tends to be the trend of NCAA Division 1. All right, let me just check things. There's going to be a tripping call on the play. That is what it is. And there you go, Josh. Good job, buddy. And let's see. Had to watch an ad. Oh, actually, that's what I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to throw in ads every commercial break. I got to remember that because, or else YouTube just really decides to demonetize my stream for no reason. So make sure, definitely let me know if you see an ad in my stream, because that really helps me out determine how things are going so far. So again, for the second hour in a row, we have cracked the 400 view mark. Appreciate you guys being along this evening. I gotta really get that deer in the headlights look out of my eyes, but I don't know. That's how I've always looked in a camera. Silliness, right? You'd think a trained broadcaster would know better. Alright, hard to look at Montreal and not consider them favorites to win the Canadian division. No. I think Montreal really is a team that's taken steps forward, but is far from being at the top yet. Just based on when they face stiff competition, it's going to be interesting. Not that Pittsburgh wasn't stiff competition, but if Carey Price can't figure out the Oilers, if their offense can't come to play every night, it's going to be the same old story it was for them after the Pittsburgh series. They're going to struggle, right? And that's fine. Got to run. See you next game. We will catch you, Tough Cuff. And guys, definitely, if you are in the stream and haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. Let's get as many people in here to finish up the second period, because as soon as the second period's done, I am up on out of here. Before I sign up for TSN, are there any promo codes or anything besides using the Honey browser extension. That is a good call. That is a very good call. If anybody knows of any TSN kind of promo codes right now, check that out for Mr. T in the chat, and especially for everybody else, because if we can get everybody on like a $13 package with TSN for a month, that would be much better than spending $20 just to watch the World Juniors, right? Thankfully, X-Knifes was willing and thankful enough to share his TSN account with me for $20. Good little change of services there, I'd say. A little YouTube helping YouTube, I'd say. And that's a shot, and that one goes out of play. Finland, nice little pressure there to get back into the game on the power play. Heinola, Vinny Heinola, the Winnipeg Jets kid, getting it going. Look at that. They're still using an older picture of him, I think. Those eyebrows are sharp. Like, they are thick. 14 points in 19 games. Not even making fun of the kid for him. My eyebrows, they're weird. I don't like them. They drop too many eyelashes things for me. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get back to hockey. 1:19 to go. The Finns, they tie up the face-off draw, and down the ice we go. That's the fun part about watching me live stream. I say weird things sometimes, and it just goes nowhere. And, I mean, Kari Pirinen puts that puck nowhere over the glass. It's going to be a face-off in the defensive zone for the Finns on the power play. 3-1 for the USA, 12:26 to go in this second period. And eyebrows are eyebrows unless they are bleeding from Kazian. Then they're funny. This is true. This is true. And yeah, so Robert, for these pre-tournament games, I do not believe there is a scoreboard to use. I think there will be a live tracker for the Canada-Sweden regular tournament, round robin, and finals games. So we'll find that out as we go along, but as it currently sits, there is nothing even on the TSN website about who's scored in this game, so it just is what it is. I imagine we can go to the IHF make a word there, Tyson website, but it's not going to work out too well. Now the Finns, they've got the puck, they're winding up the point shot, that one scrambles into the corner. Brad Lambert can't come up with it, but they do along the near side or far side half wall. Now they're going to move this one around. There's going to be the pass from Lambert, trying to find a backhand tip stick, but can't. And the shot again from the point. That one is a rocket, and it's back of the net. There we go. That's a point shot. Nimelia scores for the Finns, makes it 3-2. And that, my friends, makes it interesting. 11:37. This is some pre-tournament hockey. I don't care. It's just nice to see hockey. Do you have a favorite Finnish player all time? I'll say number 10 for the Oilers. His series clinch goal versus the Flames in 91 is epic. My all-time favorite Finnish player. And it's because when I was first getting into hockey, my parents did an awesome thing for me. An awesome Christmas gift. They got me this whole hockey record and hockey stories of history book set. I can't remember the name of the series. But there was one story in there about how Teemu Selanne had, I guess he played somewhere else before Winnipeg, scored his first career goal there, but it wasn't enough to count him as a non-rookie. And then when he got to Winnipeg, he scored his first goal, and somebody fished the puck out of the net for him, or he did it for somebody. I don't remember how it went. And anyway, they went to give him his first career goal puck, and he's like, what? I've already scored one. Why are you giving this to me? And that is one of my all-time favorite stories from that book set. And, of course, I can't remember it at all, but you get the gist of it. If you go through hockey history, I'm sure you can find the story I'm trying to reference. And, I mean, Teemu Selanne, from that point forward, that set of books, he was my favorite Finnish player to watch. And, of course, he was still active in the league, so that was even better. Now, Jussi Markkanen, maybe also a little bit of a favorite player. That would be maybe a little bit there. As here we go. Let's get going. This one, into the net. Hopefully for the Finns to make this an interesting 3-3 game. But as it goes, 10:37 to go in this second period. The shot on by the Americans, turned aside by Pirinen. They're back in the zone after allowing that goal to the Finns. But here's a chance for a 2-on-1. The Finns have it. Ooh, nice break up there by number 7 of the Americans. The Finns look solid on the breakout and seem to be making solid breakout plays. When they've broke out, they haven't broke out much in this second period up until the last 2 or 3 minutes. They did not start the first 5 minutes of this period very dominantly, but now all of a sudden in the zone, charging with pressure down low. turn it over though, and the Americans, they'll break it into neutral ice, then flip it in and go for a line change into Finnish territory. So they got to regroup to the Finns. They'll come back the other way and hopefully make a play out of the zone. That one bounces. Again, one of those that you think is going to get out of the zone and then doesn't. And here we go. Nothing going there. Nothing going there either. And now, at some point, we got to get this puck out of the zone if you're the Finns, right? At some point, I mean, it's got to stop taking weird bounces in the neutral zone and finding an American stick. That one's going to be rimmed around the boards. This one's going to be rimmed back around the boards the other way. And that time the Americans come up with it. Maybe the Finns come up with it. Couldn't see what was going on with the stick-wise there, but that one comes out from behind the net, hits Spencer Knight's stick, goes back behind the net, and the Americans regroup, and they dancing right in front of their own net. Whatever number 10's doing, he is not doing hockey right. That is not how you break out of your own zone, coming out from behind the net, stepping 2 feet in front of your goaltender. But it works. It's effective. Goes into Finnish territory, and we got 8:59 to go in this second period. This puck going to go down into the American zone and back out. And now we're playing that first period, middle of the period style, where it's just one zone, other zone, nothing much happens. Nothing much happens. Away we go, and fine and dandy. It's fun to have some hockey on TV. All right, this one again back into the Finnish zone. It's going to hop past Pirinen. It's going to be played behind the net, and I mean the Americans on the forecheck, they're able to keep that puck in a few seconds longer than it should, and maybe extra few seconds there. Finally, the Finns break out. That's a nice little play, and that's an even nicer play to get into the zone. Spencer Knight out far enough to play it, and he tips it wide. And am I still streaming or am I frozen? Oh, I'm not frozen. There we go. Good to go. So here we go. This one back across and high up out of the zone, and this is just some back and forth hockey now. All right. There's a finish shot. All right, there we go. Something finally happened. Nice little turn away out on the blocker by Spencer Knight. This one's going to go back to the point. The Finns now setting up the attack high. Guy fans on the shot, and it's out one-on-one back the other way for the Americans in the Finnish side. The Finnish defender steps back in, and it's 1-on-2 now. But the Americans keep it in, and nice support there. There's the shot short side from Zigra. He keeps it out. Mets kicking in. All good. Take care all, and thanks for this. We will catch you a little bit later, probably tomorrow, Robert. Thank you for coming along this evening. It's always great to have everybody stop by. Here we go. This one goes in, and again, just not much happening. A couple of turnarounds in the defensive zone, and everybody trying to get organized here to set up an attack. The Finns have done it. The Americans have done it, but quickly done and quickly finished as Pirinen's, I don't know what Pirinen's doing turning sideways in the net, but I guess he's given the outlet pass. Heck if I know. I'm not no goalie, especially not in the World Juniors. You imagine this guy on skates? Woo, nope, not having him. As I could use some more pink lemonade. I think that would be a pretty big, pretty good solution. That's all right. What do we got going on, Justin? Here we go. Bang. That Ryan Nugent-Hopkins video doing very well this evening. Very shocked by that. I did not expect it to do that well. But he was too good against the Oilers all the time. Kipper? Oh, goodness. Nick Kiprios. That guy's got a solid podcast. Pink Whitney? No, it's just Pink Lemonade. Although, let me tell you, my family members are very much so looking forward to Christmas Day with the Pink Lemonade and the new soda stream, courtesy of Country 105. Ooh, radio ad right there. But, yeah, Country 105 Bad Santa, one of the family members, won a soda stream. And it just so happens that, yeah, we're going to use it on Christmas Day. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I guess, Budsy, that would be a good idea to do. I'm wondering why my phone's dinging and everybody's giving me some advice. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've live streamed. A little bit of a disaster, aren't I? So here we go. Next commercial break, we'll get an ad in here. There's going to be a nice dipsy doodle there by the Americans. Oh, my goodness. What a clear by the Finns to get it out of danger. Whew, that one. That one was crazy. I thought those Americans had scored another goal, but that was wherever that stick found the puck from the Finnish side, they were able to clear it just in time. Now the Americans trying to regroup. The Finns causing all kinds of havoc below the dots in the American zone, but now on the breakout, the Americans get in there, and that is a heck of a flip there. That is a play. That is a beauty of a dump in to get onto a stick of an American. And now up the boards, another great forecheck play. The Americans are feeling it now. Pirinen, he freezes the puck, and here we go, pushing and shoving. Lundell, helmet's off, Brink's a little upset, and here we go. Let's insert an ad and get going. Whew. That felt good. Alright, let me see if I can't refresh this stream and see if I can get something going on here. A little bit, yes, I'd like to watch live. Let me watch live. I don't like TSN. They make you, actually click the live stream to watch it live, unlike Sportsnet, who just starts playing it, and their live button's a little wonkier. It doesn't say live, it just says live, and it doesn't let you hit anything. I don't get it, but is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, we are testing out a stream, and I can't complain too much for just what has been a test stream so far this evening, as we have crossed 502 views this hour. That, my friends, is fantastic. Thank you so much for being along on this crazy night of live streaming here on Dolynny TV. Now over 8,217 subscribers. Definitely, if you're thinking about sticking around for Team Canada and Team Sweden on Boxing Day, I think we'll go a crazy day and have a night of live streaming that night, 6 hours. How does that sound? I think that sounds very good. Nice to see Edmonton. I have not been up there in a long while, so it's good to see that place again. Dustin Wolf, the WHL's Everett Silvertips starter, but also Calgary Flames draft pick, gets into the net for Team USA. He will finish out this second period and probably finish out the third period as well for Team USA. Spencer Knight gets his warm-up in, and he's good and ready to go. 5:29 to go in this second period. The last 5.5 minutes of hockey I will stream until Boxing Day, unless we can somehow find some time on Christmas Day to sneak in a live stream. I don't think so. I think I'll let you guys enjoy Christmas, and I'll update you with what I got, and if any of it's Oilers related, as that's a nice check there. And now those Americans, again on the forecheck, they're turning over a puck. Nice little poke check there from Pirinen. That was a solid little play. This one's going to get into the zone. No danger zone. I thought it was going to the danger zone, but that's going to be a penalty against Finland. I was going to say, somebody went down, and I saw an arm up at some point, and man, that Finnish head coach, he's just sitting here. These refs, man, they're straight costing us. But sorry, your players are straight costing you. And look at all that equipment in that penalty box, man. Finding out how all that works, couldn't imagine. All right, watch this. Heinola, but it's actually going to be number 2. Is that Hellenius, or is that Honka, or is that Hataka? Hataka? Nobody has corrected me tonight, and that is rather alarming in my mind. So let's play on. 1 for 4 on the power play. The Americans are. They have 11 shots. They really got going as soon as the power plays took effect in that first period. Of course, those power plays were quite important to tying this game up and essentially making it a 1-1 game, and then a 3-1 game, and now a 3-2 game for the Americans here. 4:36 to go in this second period. Away we go. Bang. All right. Point opportunity now. Down low, into the corner. Puck skips over a stick and cleared by the Finnish side. 4:24 to go, and they're going to call that, I believe, offside or into the bench. So the face-off goes into the Finnish zone. Oh, man. Cole Caulfield. Yeah, Cole Caulfield's had a good period. You saw that bar down. Shelf job with the backhand on Kari Pirinen there. That was Kari Pirinen, sorry. That was a pretty beauty shot, and I mean, I'm sure Lego Rocks 99 here on YouTube, who covers the Habs, will have something to say about that. I imagine he'll have a lot to say about that shot, actually. So you tell him Dolynny TV was quite impressed with that Cole Caulfield backhander when you go and check out his review of how Caulfield starred in this pre-tournament game, and I'm sure Caulfield's far from done. So keep that in mind, please. As Chipotle Mexican Grill is a sponsor for the Team USA jerseys. Okay. Hey, got to get sponsorship money anywhere you can. I hear Chipotle is actually really good. I got to make some trips down to the US sometime soon. I got to go to the Dakotas and the Montanas and the I won't go there. All right, we'll have fun. Anyway, 4:03 to go here in the second period. we'll finish this up and rally the rest of the way home, and then be good and dandy as we are just enjoying some hockey live back on our television sets. It's very nice to have, that is for sure. 3:49 to go, 49 seconds on the American power play. That's all I got to tell you there, is that's a turnover there by Dustin Wolf coming out to play the puck, get a feel for the puck, the ice, and stuff like that. And he's not going to like that too much, turning it over like that on the power play. And now this one moved in. Ooh, drop pass. Zigra keeps it just in time. I believe that's Brink with it now. He's going to move it back to Zigra, who's on the half wall, walking in, looking for an option, spinning. Finds a man. There's Zigra back again after the pass from Cam York. Back to Cam York. There's the shot blocked in front. That hurt Hellenius. That shot, oof, glove saved there by good old Piranen, who's been stellar so far in my mind, other than the two by Cole Caulfield that have gotten by him. Other than that, the Finns would be winning 2-1. You can't really complain about that effort in pre-competition tournament by your goaltender, and that's a hit, but somehow 26 of the American side ducked beneath that one. All right, here we go. Back the other way. That one's going to dip off, and 2:46 to go. Ooh, dipsy doodle at the blue line. Offside, Brad Lambert. That was almost a beautiful move, but just in time to be offside was Lambert. All right, let's get this going. All right. What do we got going on here late in this live stream, guys? We're rolling. We are up to 547 views this hour. Appreciate you guys being along. It's been a crazy night of live stream so far. And again, this background all of a sudden going fuzzy. The green screen system, I don't know, it's kind of busting up on me all of a sudden, but we'll figure it out in time for December 26th and Boxing Day. And great deals on phones, just in time for wipeout season. The Kudo winter sale. There you go. You're looking for a new phone? Go to Kudo. Apparently they got something for you. But I tell you what I need. I need a big warm cup of tea to put myself to bed this evening. That'd be nice. And there's Rogers Place. Ooh, Rogers Place on TSN? Say it ain't so. We're going to finish this one up strong and be done for the evening. As the Yamaha revs your heart. Could go for a rip on a sled right about now, quite honestly. She's snowed about 3 feet down here in southern Alberta where I am, so I don't know about you, but that sounds like sledding weather in Canada, especially on the prairies when you get that much snow. Whew. Yes, sirree. All right. Let's get this going. Ooh. Kevin, that was not good handiwork, my man. I mean, I know it's probably not you, but I mean, you're also somewhere in there, somewhere around, and you've got to get going. All right, there we go. See? Moderator's yelling at me to insert the ads. That's what I like to see. But yes, I actually do know somebody working inside the Team Canada or the World Juniors bubble. A classmate of mine at Nate Television Broadcasting. It is my classmate who was a semester ahead of me, Kevin. He's doing great work. He does a lot of work at Rogers Place throughout the season, and he is there in the World Juniors bubble after being in the playoff bubble. Green screens have a whole lot of light. I have 2 lights shining just on the green screen, let alone the others on me. Mr. T, I will tell you, mine is not true green screen. That's the problem. It is green plastic tablecloth from the dollar store. I am cheap. I do it easy. I have some broadcasting hacks. I just need to line up the other sheet to make it the true deep green that it needs to be. So it's just a little bit too light green right now. And honestly, if I flood these things with too much light, they reflect it all and it doesn't work. So I need to just quietly bolster up a second layer of green screen on there and we'll be good to go. As Dustin Wolf making some saves to get into this game. 2:29 to go in the second period. Here we go to finish it out for the last 2:30. He's got a nice little USA helmet. You'd love to see what those guys do with those helmets after they finish those years. So this one's going to go in, and that's going to be blocked there. Moved ahead by the Americans. Let's finish up this period. I'd like to go to bed now, as that one's going to hop over a stick of number 12 on the USA side. And now this one's going to go bounce back around. And all right, the Finns are going to clear it, and they're going to break out beautifully. That's a set play. You got to believe that. And that's a nice save there by Dustin Wolf, not to let that dribbler squeak through him. This one, a breakout pass. It's going to be a little bit behind the guy. The Finns come up with it. 1:58 to go. This one's going to be tipped in the Finnish side. Onside this time instead of offside. That's nice to see. That was a little bit of a scrambly play at the blue line, but it's turned over and back the other way. Team USA fires it in, and Pirinen there to play it. I believe that's still Pirinen in net. I hope it's still Pirinen. I haven't missed anything, have I? This one good to go. Tyler, you just subscribed. Well, I hope you enjoy Team Canada and Team USA. This is just a tester stream. I've been trying to get back to the lungs and get back, of course, the coverage. And here we find ourselves actually enjoying real hockey once again, something that's not already happened in life once before. And that's a nice shot there by the Americans. Appreciate you subscribing, Tyler. Appreciate that as well. And 1:15 to go in this second period. I can taste bed. Whew, it's going to be good. Cat come cuddle, and away we go. As here we go. That's tipped in again. Nice play there by the Finns to keep it onside, but unfortunately the Americans come up with it middle of the zone. They're back the other way. Shot on net. Pirinen either makes the save or it misses. And 53 seconds to go now as the clock winds down in the final minute. That shot goes into the corner. The Finns going off for a line change, or that guy was going to finish off the line change, I guess. Tyler, how's my day going? Well, it's been going pretty good in this live stream so far. And of course, Merry Christmas to you as well. 35 seconds to wind down. The thing's kind of getting grindy. Not really chippy, but just grind it out. Finish off the period in a 1-goal game going into the third period. There's a big hit by the Finns, putting the man to the ice along the near side boards and the neutral ice. And this one worked back. Zigra, who's been on the ice a lot, especially with those power plays this game. He's seen a lot of ice time early for this Team USA squad, which by virtue he should, being a draft pick from the 2019 draft. Here we go. This one, back of the net, and done. The second period over. Tyler, how many years have I been an Oilers fan? Since 2005, 2006. Ladies and gentlemen, my voice hurts. The pink lemonade didn't do me any justice, but thank you so much for spending your evening with me. I appreciate it. We will be back Boxing Day or earlier for World Juniors coverage. Of course, tomorrow back to regularly scheduled programming. Edmonton Oilers coverage here on Dolynny TV. For myself, Tyson Dolynny, I am up on out of here.